My beautiful souls, welcome into another daily read for Sunday or thereabout. I hope you're doing well out there. And I hope you like this new angle that I'm trying out. It's important to switch it up, to keep things fresh and see what new things work out for this channel, for this business. And that might be a message for you for this day, for this period, where things might have been feeling recently a bit stale, the usual, the familiar, the expected even. The comfortable, and they're saying step out of maybe your comfort zone, step out of the box of the expected, and let go of the familiar, at least in certain ways at certain points, okay? Or maybe simply for this day to set the tone in certain ways for the upcoming days, weeks, maybe even months. But there's something about you needing to let go of something that has been bothering you or maybe has burdened you in some way, shape, or form. Past levels of letting go and releasing the weight of this and that within your world, within your past, will be taking a highlight. I know what it's going to be for me, but I feel there's a focus on the fact that surrounding this full moon in Cancer on Monday, being only a day after this period. And again, we read for the one day specifically, but it sometimes does carry into the outward aspects of the energy period. You know what I mean? The day before and or after. But part of this full moon in Cancer is bringing up or creating little bits and pieces of anger, maybe even frustration for some. And this may take a highlight as far as other people and how they're feeling, how they're maybe reacting, not reacting, but still feeling this and that, or whatever the case may be. And so I can relate where I am a little bit frustrated, annoyed, hurt even by something that was said to me last night at work. But whatever ends up being for you, and this may be something that takes place, in the upcoming day or two that you're not expecting, not foreseeing, they're saying we need to let it go, all right? I feel this full moon period is really giving us a sense of a reminder coming through that holding on to these kind of things isn't going to do you justice, all right? And it feels like for a lot it's within a situation that's meant to continue, continue, if I could speak. And so that needs to be kept in mind. The Courage card. I really feel your courage to, let it go is part of this period, but your courage to begin again is taking a highlight. I feel you need to remember and maybe build upon the realization that you have come so far, all right, and that nothing can keep you down, all right. You're just that type of soul. It's also going to be a day where you're experiencing significant growth, maybe within you, but feeling very much outside you as well. They're saying that you need to be growing the importance of your voice, the value of which by getting it out there, by maybe gaining more courage in regards to speaking this and that of importance. And your creativity is part of this day as well. But it feels like you might be somebody where I can relate, where structure to such an extent at certain points, whether it's within one situation or it's your path as a whole, whether it's structure that you've put into place, have committed to, and or not. This leaves you feeling less creative. And so there's a need for this period as well to push each of us to embrace and maybe bring back, let loose our creative side, to give it more freedom to add color and expression and different types of accomplishing and connecting into our world. You know what I'm saying? But happiness. There is unexpected happiness throughout this day, whether for some you're not waking up on the right side of the bed, or you're waking up expecting this and that due to the past, due to what you go through. what something entails, maybe in regards to expectation playing into it. And so you're not expecting ultimate happiness within a situation or two or throughout the day as a whole, moving forward. And they're saying you're going to end up being happy. So let it be, right? Again, let it go and embrace more happiness. It's not going to, I feel like they're reminding you not to get in your own way, as I feel there's a lot working to your advantage at this time. And I'm hearing somebody regrets it. Okay, somebody regrets it. Hardship is not meant to be within your world anymore moving forward. A hardship is meant to be dissipating at this time, as I feel life is meant to get a lot easier for you being drawn to this reading. Let's move on to the tarot portion of the reading. What else do we have? Yeah, excuse me, as I'm being messed with spiritually, the Ten of Swords. I really feel this time represents a bit of an ending, all right? A dissipating of the past while you're being reminded of it. You're going to feel very changed at this time, and this is meant to be intertwined with how naturally your external reality is developing and changing. People are viewing you in a different light. People are remembering your value and your worth, as I feel you're not somebody to be stepped all over, somebody to be toyed with, right? Treated incorrectly is what I'm getting. But I also feel like you need to remember one or two things that came to an end in the past and how it benefited you, even though you couldn't completely or at all grasp as to how it was meant to moving forward after that point. Now, this could be a major ending, right? It could be a very small one or somewhere in between. Regardless, there's something about that for you and how it did actually bring you levels of happiness that were unexpected. And so they're asking you to remember how important it is to trust your individual path and certain changes, endings, new beginnings that are meant to take place now and more so moving forward. And I'm now hearing if it's meant to be, it'll be. All right. As we do have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And so I feel you're going to be thinking about connections at certain points. This person's not for me. This person is for me. Or maybe this group of people is for me. I can't really, I'm not experiencing consistency in regards to how I feel about this person or that person or these people. And they're saying that's okay. You know, just ride the waves. And again, if it's meant to be in the end, it will be, okay? Different types of connections are naturally going to be wrapped up within your mind, your awareness, and your experiences throughout this day. But moving on to the Queen of Pentacles, you're going to be feeling overly serious at certain points. Don't be surprised when quite soon after that, maybe more so even surrounding that moment or two of being overly serious, there's happiness. They're also reminding you don't have to be super smiley, over exuding yourself, or even, want to say laughing to be a happy version of yourself. Sometimes it's strategic to savor your energy, okay, to make it last, to not overdo it. You might have a lot going on and that's somehow intertwined with that. But I feel they're saying it's just simply not realistic to expect for this happiness throughout this period and along your path in general to be at 1000% and being, very overly expressive. Some people are asking themselves, pondering upon what you're going through, and Spirit's saying it is none of their business, okay? Regardless of what type of connection it is. And if you choose to share, so be it. Trust your intuition. But the Temperance card and the Fool card, because I feel you are needing to have patience, all right? And this really needs to be a day where you flow, all right? And again, I feel this is going to be wrapped up with certain levels of structure, needing to let go of structure to an extent if it's within your control, to accept this ending and shifting period for us each individually. And they're saying, remember what leaves you peaceful, what leaves you more confident, happier. That person, place, situation is meant for you, okay? Again, I feel the need to remind you, if it's meant to be, it'll be, all right? So if it was truly helpful, I'll see you in the next one.